G'day there everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Dirt and Dints. Now in this episode we're finally getting onto the Raptor job for the tray. Now it's been a long process, it's been bloody awesome, so let's jump straight into it and we can finish off this tray. Alright, so when we last left the tray build in the last episode, which I'll link up in the corner here, we had pretty much started to bog the edges and also started to bog out the rest of the joins. So it looked like one big seamless, nice flat tray. So that's all been done now. So now we'll jump into actually spraying the whole tray down with primer and spray putty. And then we can actually start to get all ready for some raptoring. So we'll jump to some previous footage again of me talking to the camera about spray putty and we'll start hitting it. Let's go. Alright, so now that we've Y-wheeled the whole tray, we're going to spray putty the whole thing. So spray putty is like a sprayable bog, just helps fill in those last few needle pinholes and dints that I've missed with the actual bogging and sanding. So we're going to give it a spray. So for that we've got the Super Cheap Auto spray putty and we're going to thin it down with some acrylic thinners. Now the instructions say one for one, so we're going to do in our little mixing bottle here for the spray gun, we're going to do 800 ml, so we'll do 400 of acrylic thinners and 400 of the spray putty, so that equals 1 to 1, and that's a full tub. So we'll give it a bit of a test spray and we'll see how it works out, and then we might have to reassess if we need to put more putty in, thin it less, or do a bit more bog work. So we'll just spray the headboard of the tray and we'll suss it out. So let's jump in and do it. Alright, so now that we've got the tray all spray puttied and sanded, we're going to go and hit it with some black Raptor. So, unfortunately I won't be able to take you into our little homemade spray booth, which we made up with the King's 3 metre by 3 metre gazebo and some plastic painted drop sheets from Bunnings, because we don't have enough room and I don't want to get the camera all messed up with some paint. So we'll just run some shots of the outside, and then we'll run some quick little shots of the actual tray with the first coat on, as you can see, and then we'll hit it with a second coat, and then we'll do a bit of a reveal at the end. So enjoy. Alright, so before we spray the tray with Raptor, I just want to take a quick second and show you what gun I'll be using and set up for spraying the Raptor, just in case you want to do it yourself at home. You can see what you might need. So when spraying the Raptor, I use the Raptor Schutz gun. It is quite dirty because I've reused it, but that's the setup that I used for when I did the tray, and also be doing the same with the canopy as well. Easiest way to explain it is pretty much you just put the bottle straight up that pick up there, screw it in, and it's good to go. And I've just been running it at 50 to 60 psi on the compressor, and I've been pretty happy so far with how it's turned out so far. Next episode I'll be respraying the cab, which I'll be using a gravity fed spray gun just to go for a different effect from the cab to the tray and canopy setup. Obviously, just so you want the tray and canopy a bit more protected than the car. I mean, it's car paint. I'm not really fussed. I'd rather protect my tray and canopy a bit more than the cab, because the cab's going to cop it a bit anyway. So anyway, we'll go spray the tray now, and then we'll spray the canopy after it, and have a quick chat too about the canopy, because it's aluminium, which you have to do a little bit different work to aluminium than steel. So. Right, so the tray's just got its first and second coat done. I'm going to do a third and fourth coat once the canopy goes on top. Obviously, I want it to sort of blend. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to Sikaflex around the edges of the tray to the canopy to make it look like one nice big unit. Let me know in your comments what you think, if I should leave it as two and have a distinct line of where the tray and the canopy meets, or if I should fill it in with Sikaflex to have a nice like blended, seamless blend of tray to canopy. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But now we'll have a look at the canopy and what we have to do different for the canopy. So as you can see, I have already sprayed the back, I'll say the back, but there's the head wall of the canopy which will go against the ute. Obviously I wanted to spray it first so I can slide it on and give it all one big coat at the end anyway. So we'll just go around here and have a look at what I've done so far. So it's got this grey primer on it already, which is etch primer for non-ferrous metals, which aluminium, can't even talk today. Aluminium is non-ferrous, so you got to prep it a little bit different. So I've left this backside unprepped, and I'll do that on camera so you can see what I do, and we'll have a chat about it, and then give it all a spray. Alright, so I'm getting ready to Raptor coat the rest of the canopy now. So first step is to hit the polished aluminium side with a sort of buffing or a scruffer. So I'm going to use a steel wool. I found that with what I've been doing with Raptor and aluminium, that steel wool sort of scratched up the nicest to get a good bite onto it. So we'll hit it with that steel wool first, and then we'll hit it with some primer. So the primer I'm using is just etch primer from Bunnings, which is this stuff here. It was like 12 bucks for a can, and it's worked great so far. I haven't had any peeling coming off the canopy yet from what I have done. So we'll hit it with the steel wool, and then we'll hit it with the primer, and then it'll pretty much be ready for Raptor straight after that. So let's keep moving on to it. So a bit hard to see, but we've got all the primer on. Probably a bit better with shade. So now we'll hit it with some Raptor. have a bloody look at that. It has come up a tree. So what we'll do is we'll wait probably half an hour, let it cure off a little bit more. Jeez, looks bloody good. Very different to what it was before. So the canopy is now on. Have a look at that. So, as far as inside the canopy goes, we've just got this wooden subfloor from when it was on the old tray, and then now it's got to re-drill these holes through the tray there. We've got 2 on each side. Probably even stiffen up, do one in the middle as well. And then what will happen, I'll drop an M12 bolt through, and then a massive panel washer underneath, panel washer on the top here, and they'll be fixed in. So next job for the canopy will be pretty much gut all this timber out, and we're going to redo the subfloor. And the reason with the subfloor is because obviously there's a recess from where the canopy door sill to the actual floor goes. So to have everything slide out evenly, I have to create a subfloor. But we'll re-look at that in another episode. So we got the bolts in for the mounts with that flat panel washer and it's an M12 bolt. And then underneath, you can see I've got a flat panel washer underneath too, and a nylock nut. So the tray and the canopy are as solid as a unit together now. And I've also started running around, and I've just started filling in the seam with Sikaflex. So eventually I'll get that all wrapped and then just touch up a few of these points around the handles. I'll probably just take the handles off and touch them up. But you can see that it's a nice seam line there too. So if you stand back here, it sort of looks like the train canopy's one big unit, which is cool. Slowly getting there, slowly getting there. So now that we've got the canopy all done, pretty much the outside, I shouldn't say the inside all done, but the outside's all done, we'll wrap up that episode here, and the next few episodes coming up, we'll be getting the inside canopy fitted out, ready for our big trip at the end of the year to the islands up in Queensland. So we're going to go and hit Moreton Island, Stradbroke Island, and Fraser Island, and we'll check out a few other beaches up there too while we're up there. But next episode will be the respray of the cab in Raptor, plus the rock slides will get done too as a part of the cab build. And then we'll slowly start building the car up ready for that big trip. So until then, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because it really helps us out here. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.